on to ACE Weekly. This is my weekly session where I go through anything that can help you with your online business. My name is Avalola, and I teach persons how to set up their online business as well as skills you can use to create your own earning opportunity. Now, for today's session, we're going to be looking on how can you freelance from your mobile. A lot of persons want to become a freelancer, an online freelancer, but what they don't have is a computer. So they say, all right, I'm not able to freelance, so I only have a phone or I only have a tablet. I can't do anything, but you can do a lot with those devices. So if you only have a phone or a tablet, don't let it prevent you from freelancing, because you have a lot of apps that are similar to what you can use on the computer, and it can help you to start off so that you can start earning and buy that laptop that you want. How does that sound? All right, so what I'm going to be doing is just discussing a few services that you can offer via the mobile. Now, a lot of them you've heard before, and some of these apps maybe you've heard of them also, but for those who have not heard of them, this will be new to you. So I'm going to share my screen as well as show you some things that you can use with your mobile itself to be able to get your desktop, your browser looking as it should when you are using your phone. All right, so how to freelance from your mobile phone. So first one is video editing. Did you know you can do video editing from your phone? Now you have a lot of apps out there that are reasonable to purchase and give you so much functionality, and you also have free apps. The thing about some of the free apps is that they may want to add the timestamp of their app name, and they may want you to upgrade just a few dollars in order to be able to have the video editing app to use without the timestamp. So I used to use Quick. Quick is one that I've used before. It's very easy to use, and note that most of these apps allow you to add text to video. You can add transitions, music, pictures, and so on, and you can trim the video. Now, these videos don't have to be 40, 30, 3, 4, 10 hours long. Have you ever heard about Instagram Reels? Who has heard about Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts? Have you ever heard about those? So and video intros and video outros. These are short videos that you can edit quite easily on a mobile. So video editing is one of the popular services that are out there, and you're able to do so via your phone. Many, many years ago, maybe I think in maybe 2016 was when I started dabbling a bit in video editing, and I started using the phone app, as I said, Quick. So that's one of the apps that I use, and you can check it out. You also have InShot. Note that these aren't the only apps that are available, but these are some of the popular ones. I'm just showing you some of these. So InShot is another app that you can use as well, and another one called KineMaster. So you can check those out where video editing is. When you are using your mobile and these apps, zoom in so that you can see better what you're doing, and you can make sure that you are going through and just doing what you need to do to get the job done. It may not be the ideal situation, but you can earn from using your mobile. Some persons think, oh my gosh, it's too small, or I can't do this. Well, the can't do and the this are the excuses need to go for 2022 if you plan to make this, as we always say, your best year yet. So you're going to use what you have until you can get what is best or more ideal, but that doesn't mean you can't start now. Now, social media manager is another one. I'm sorry, my throat has been giving me a whole lot of problems. I've been chatting too much apparently. So you also have social media manager. Now with this, I mean, the apps are there. We know the Facebook app, we have the Instagram app, we know that we have Twitter, we have all these sorts of apps. YouTube has an app as well. You can be posting videos to someone's YouTube channel via your phone. Now note that you'd want to have adequate storage on your phone in order to do so, but it can be done. Now, the Business Suite is an app that allows you to manage your Facebook and your Instagram accounts quite easily from the one platform. You can run ads using the Facebook. I don't know if they've renamed it now. You know that Facebook is now Meta. So, but they can also be running ads from your phone as well with that particular app. I'll show you. I'll look for that one. I didn't add it right here. But Business Suite is very, very, very efficient when it comes to allowing you to be able to access an inbox from multiple Facebook pages. So if you are managing like 4, 5, 6 pages from the one app, you can answer messages from that app and provide customer support if needs be, just via the app. And note that even if you have a computer, it's always good to have your mobile handy so that if you're on the go, you can still be doing your work. I spend a lot of time on my phone, even when I'm at home, because I just find it more convenient to do certain tasks from it. So explore these apps. You can check it out in the App Store for what's Play Store for Google, and what you call the other one, Apple Store for the Apple. So you can check out those. Data entry, common service that you can offer. Who knew? Google Docs, you have an app for that. You know, they said there's an app for that. You can type up a document via Google Docs. You can do so as well using Google Sheets. And we know that the Grammarly app can be used to help you to see if you have any errors with what you are typing. Now, where Google Docs and Sheets are concerned, you know that these are tied to the Google Drive app, and you also have that app as well that you can store files that are not on your computer, on your phone. So via the Google Drive app, you can upload a file, a video, an image, whatever it may be, from your phone to Google Drive. And remember that Google Drive gives you 15 gigabytes of free storage. So you can be doing so via your phone. Now, are these apps that are you guys using these apps now? I hope you are, because most of you here are actually freelancers. So I'm hoping that you're utilizing these apps so that you can be utilizing them as efficiently as possible if you don't have your computer. And of course, with the computer, you are using these as well. And we know that the benefits of using Google Docs and Sheets and others, application programs, application tools, is that we can download the file we want to give to the client in the format that can be used in software that's being used on the computer, like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, if you're using Google Slides, and so on. So do not make having a computer, lack of having a computer, I should say, prevent you from doing what you need to do. Now, you heard me speak about email handling already in another session that we had, and you can use email handling to do on your phone as well. All right, so what do you use? You have a Gmail app. How many people use a Gmail app? And you know that with that Gmail app, you can add multiple emails to that one app. So you're answering multiple inboxes. I have about, how many do I have attached to my Gmail now? I think I have about 6 different email addresses attached to it, and I can just go from one to one, whichever one that I want to access at the point in time. So Gmail app, you know, you have the Yahoo app if needs be as well, and you can answer, delete, everything from the mobile itself. And I'm going to be showing you shortly how you can use your phone and see as you would on the desktop. Grammarly as well is good for this because you want to make sure that any email that you're composing is grammatically correct. Your commas and your everything, sentence construction, full stop, capital letter where you need it is as it needs to be. Now we know that popular Canva can be used for graphic design, and the app is quite functional. The app is quite functional. You can do a lot of the things that you do with the Canva website via the app. How many people have used the Canva app? Give me a 1 in the chat. Have you used the Canva app? Do you have the Canva app downloaded? Now, some persons tend to say, I don't have enough space on my phone for certain apps. Look and see what apps aren't making you any money and delete those and use the ones that can. So the Canva app is definitely one that is good to have. All right, so several persons are using the app. That's good. For the other apps that I mentioned, do you have those on your phone as well? If you don't, today is the day to get those cracking. Now, tutorials. What do you think we can use for tutorials? Zoom right here. I can have a tutorial session right now on my Zoom because I have the Zoom app. I have the Zoom app and I can be doing a tutorial session via my phone. Do you agree? Because I can share my screen, which I will do shortly. I can have my video on so they can see me. And it's just as if I'm there talking to the person. So you can have tutorial sessions, one-on-ones with persons via the Zoom app. So you're using the app and they may be using Zoom on the computer, but you can still be doing something even with your phone, all right? So make sure that you are checking these out. Everybody knows Skype, and we know we have the Google Meet and all those different applications. I'm just telling you two of the common ones that you have out there. And Skype can do a whole lot more than people are giving it credit for, all right? So yes, Google Meet, Teams, all these things you can use for tutorials, yes, whether it be on the computer or not. So take advantage of what you can do with your cell phone. So Faith is sharing something for us. Thank you so much, Faith. So Faith is saying that there's also a trick with the mobile version of Canva. For the pro templates, they are not accessible on the web. You can access them on the mobile, then edit on the web version. OMG. All right. So Faith just dropped a very valuable tip right there. So make note of that. Let me read it again for those who are not looking in the chat. Look in the chat. And for those who will see the replay, you can hear what she said. So she said that there's a trick for the pro templates. They are not accessible on the web version of Canva, but you can access them on the mobile and then edit them on the web. All right. So thank you so much for that, Faith. Faith has shared a lot of things for us during the session. Remember the other session that she shared about how you can screen record via the computer. And I had included that in the replay that she had shared with us. So thank you, Faith. All right. So that was just a run through of some of these apps that you can use and the services that you can offer via the mobile. All right. So, all right. So somebody is asking me to send them the link so that they can join this session. All right. So let me just do that so that they don't miss out on being here live. So let me stop the share and I'm just going to go quickly to just find that link for them so that they can join today's session. Now, remember I told you about being able to actually see the desktop version of a website on your phone. How many people know how to do that? Have you ever tried that? That on your phone itself, you're viewing as you would the desktop. Let me know in the chat. You're viewing as you would the desktop. So what happens is that because you're using a phone, most times it's showing you the mobile version of what there's a way to do so. My computer completely is moving slow. So I'm just giving the person this link so that they can join. Let me see if people are saying anything in the chat. All right, so let me see. All right, so Mitzi knows it, yes. So Georgia says no, and Vanessa knows it as well. Good. So I'm going to actually show you. And this varies from phone to phone. Some phones may have it in a different area. So what you need to do when you're using a phone, if you know the general area to go to, just feel around, explore, and see how it can take you to that particular area. All right. So I'm going to share my phone screen. So let's see. I'm here on Zoom. You may see me. I'm right there. All right. So let me just click on my share. Right, sharing my screen. So guys, you should be seeing my screen now. Let me know if you're seeing my screen. Are you seeing the screen? All right, so if you want to view the desktop version of a website, so let's say I'm here. So I went on the most popular website most of us are on that are on this session. A lot of you are on the Fiverr.com website. So usually when you go on a website, even let's check Yahoo. So let's do the Fiverr and let's now look and see what it looks like now. You notice what it looks like? Oh, wow. It's moving real slow. All right. So I've even stopped scrolling and it's still scrolling. So it's really behind. So that's what it looks like in the motion. So what you do, these three dots on the top right, these usually give us some more options. You have all of these options. You can have new tab, incognito window, all of these things. Incognito tab, I should say. All of these things are here. Now, the one I'm concerned about is desktop websites. Desktop website. So I'll just check this little box right here and look and see how the page changed. You notice what happened? Yes, it got smaller, but it showed us more things being displayed as it would show us if we were using a desktop. All right, so this is what it looks like on the desktop when you go on this particular website, the Fiverr.com website. All right, so let me try it on another one. So new tab. Let's go to yahoo.com. Give me a website that you usually use for work. Who uses certain websites for work? Give me a website. So here we have yahoo.com. Look what it looks like when I'm using the mobile version of the, see, it changes to look like what it looks like. Which other ones you offer customer support? All of those, a lot of those. Sometimes the mobile version of the website is missing some important features that you would want. So when you choose the desktop site version, it displays these features and allow you to be doing what you need to do as if you are using a computer itself. And where the Fiverr.com website is concerned, a lot of persons don't realize that you can fully set up your service on Fiverr, create your profile, go through all of those motions, create a gig, everything via the mobile. The only drawback is that when you need to verify your account, you can't verify it by being on the same phone that will receive the verification code. That's the only drawback, but you can do every single thing else on the device that you're using, the tablet or the mobile itself. All right, so Faith is saying, yes, Flo is having a whole lot of trouble. Trust me. I've been I've been fighting the internet all night. I wasn't even sure if this session I'd be able to have it properly, but so far I'm not disconnected, so that's the important thing. So for those who have not tried this, make sure you try it on your mobile. Every mobile is different, but usually these three dots at the top give you some extra options. So when I uncheck it, look what it looks like. It's showing me the mobile version of the website. All right, so you can verify using the mobile with desktop version. Yes, you may be able to do so. I've not tried it, but it should be able to. But I know for sure with Fiverr, I don't want to take any chance. I always tell persons, reach up to that point and then you do it. But definitely you're confirming, Mitzi, that you can verify your Fiverr account once you're using the desktop version. Yes, that's what you're saying? So that would be a good tidbit. Thank you so much, Mitzi. All right, so Mitzi basically is letting us know that you can do every single thing resetting up your Fiverr account via the phone using the desktop version. So right there, there's no reason not to have any online business. You set up your Fiverr account and you can monitor it using the Fiverr app as well. Now, let me tell you a quick story about Fiverr and the app and so on. No excuses. Yes, Missy, no excuses. You have your mobile and you can do what you need to do. You can be on your social media and you can do what you need to do. Now, I got robbed at gunpoint last year, September, and they stole everything I had on me, my phone, all my bank cards, every single thing I had. So luckily they didn't steal the car. I guess they didn't want something bulky like that. So I didn't have a phone. And I want to tell you that that same day, I was actually in conversation with someone to do a job for them. So of course they stole my phone, can't contact any, I'm not in contact with the person. Yes, I went home and I went on the computer, but I had already taken so long to respond to the person that, you know, sometimes when you don't respond quickly, that may be the case of not having the job at all. So I was trying to get a replacement phone. So I had to go on the road and I had no phone. And it so happened that the person sent me a message again. How did I know they sent me a message? When I finally got back home hours later, I saw the message and I just had to tell them that, you know, I'm so sorry that I'm replying so late because I don't have a phone. I usually have a phone on the go where I have the Fiverr app that I can answer quickly, like as soon as I receive the message. And because I was robbed, I don't have my phone. So I'm so sorry that I'm taking so long to answer your messages. And they waited, were what do you call it there? They were, I don't know what the right word, my brain is gone. So they definitely understood and I ended up getting that job because they were waiting for me to reply. Obviously, I'm not the only seller on Fiverr and I took so long hours to answer and they still waited for me to reply. And do you know that I made over $500 from that one person? So I'm just showing you that if you don't have your phone to be able to do things on the go and quickly, you can risk losing a big money job. Because if that person wasn't considerate and wait for me to reply, they could have moved on to someone else. All right. So freelancers, I'm hearing saying, I don't have any data. Like, how can you not have data as an online freelancer and you're on the road? All right. So there are many affordable plans. If you're using digital, that's what I use. So that's what I can talk about. They have several plans that allow you data. The one I usually do is the 1 day plan for 175 for 1 GB. And when I used to have Flow, because I used to have a phone with 2 chips, my phone only has 1 chip now. So I think they used to have a 30-day plan for less than $1,000, right? For about 1 GB or almost 2 GB of data. So you have to have data on your phone. You know how many transactions I've done on my phone? The most recent one I think I did last week. Oh yes, it was for a transcription job. I was in talks with the person and I went on the road and I was at a supermarket and I was able to send them an offer for a $60 transcription that I would have lost if I was not in communication by not having any data. So as a freelancer, you must have data once you are leaving your Wi-Fi or whatever means of having internet on your phone. It's the difference between jobs and no jobs. Opportunities. You must have your phone, all right? So I just wanted to stress that. So and you happen to have your laptop, you have your laptop with you, and you don't have any access to any Wi-Fi or smartphone, and you only have your laptop with you and you have no access to any particular Wi-Fi. What can you do? You can use your phone as a hotspot. So I'm going to show you how you do that. Remember, you have different ways to do so based on the phone you have, but it's usually in the general location. So let me look at some questions or some comments. So Faith is saying, worse if you have Flow internet. Yes, Flow internet is horrible. So Vanessa is saying, if you have a plan with Flow, you can also add your mobile and pay a separate bill at the end of the month of how much you want. All right, thank you for that information. Did you know that? All right, so, and Faith is saying she's had to do that many times. I'm assuming you're saying use your phone as a hotspot. Of course, I want to tell you that sometimes when the home internet goes, your home internet, you know, goes, your Wi-Fi connection, your internet goes. Sometimes you have to draw for your plan that you have on your phone and be using your phone Wi-Fi internet to get internet on your computer. I've even downloaded and uploaded videos via the data I'm getting from my phone. I had a job where I was uploading YouTube videos for the client, and I had to go on the road, and I thought I would have internet where I was going, and it had no internet. So I said, listen, I'm going to put on my data plan. I'm going to put on a plan, and I'm going to use my phone and see how many videos I can upload before the data runs out. Because as I said, it's not unlimited gigabytes or so on. So I had 1 gigabyte, so I had to work with what I had. All right, so Mrs. Senflow went away today as I was supposed to have an interview. Okay, good thing you had data, exactly. I've had sessions where I need to have the internet to have maybe webinar sessions to be support on a webinar. Now, Zoom allows you to be on the webinar with data. Unfortunately, if you know go to webinar, say, listen, data can't handle us. So if you're using data, you can't connect to go to webinar via using, I'm not talking to go to webinar app. I'm talking about being able to run a webinar via your computer using data on your phone. That doesn't work. All right, so I'm going to show you now the whole hotspot thing. So most times it's in the settings area. All right, so I'm going to scroll down to my settings. So here's my settings option. It's usually indicated by a gear wheel. And I'm going to go into network and internet. After that, I'm going to look for hotspot and tethering. Remember, it varies from phone to phone. So you need to make sure that you go to Wi-Fi hotspot. As I said, look in the general region of your phone. So you know, with your phone, you're going to go into settings and you're going to look for where your Wi-Fi options are. And then you would turn on this button that says use as a Wi-Fi hotspot. Because I'm on my Wi-Fi now, it would give me a message and say blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to turn it on. But here, where you see I've named my hotspot name Ace. Oh, what a shocker, right? It's Ace. So I've named it Ace. And here where it says hotspot password, I'm using the default password that the phone came with. So what you would do, you would touch the hotspot password option, and it will show you what the password is. All right, I'm not going to show you guys my password. So what you would do now, so let me share. Let me come off of my phone sharing and show you what you would do. So you open that you're sharing your hotspot. It's so slow, guys, so slow. All right, so share has stopped. So now I'm going to go to my desktop. All right, all my things are open. Everything is open. I have so many things open. All right, so here now, you're going to click on your Wi-Fi icon here. And then you would see the name of your mobile hotspot come up here. So just like how you usually connect with your regular Wi-Fi, that's what you're used to using once you're using your computer, you would see your phone name come up and then you would just connect to it. Obviously, I can't show you disconnect and all of those things because I'd be gone, but you get the idea. All right, now the reason you don't see my phone, I didn't turn it on. Let me see if it will allow me to turn on even though I have Wi-Fi access. I think I need to turn, oh, I would have to turn off my Wi-Fi on the phone itself. So it should pop up. Let me close. Let me come. And I would connect my phone's data to my laptop so I'm able to work on the internet. And this is something vital for those who did not know so, because guys, we know how internet is sometimes and you need to have options. You need to have options. So when you don't have any Wi-Fi access, you can put the data on your phone and then be able to access the internet from your phone by doing the method that I told you. As I said, It may vary depending on the phone you're using, but the principles are the same. Settings, and then go into the option that has to do with Wi-Fi and network connections, and feel your way around through there, and you will find a way to do so. So give me a show of one in the chat. How many people connect to their desktop by using, or I say laptop desktop by using the data on their phone, to connect the internet? How many people have done that? I saw a few say it before, but have you done it? Let me know if anybody else, for those who may not have answered. I see Kerry raised her hand. How many other persons? If you know to use the raise hand feature, you can raise a hand, but you can just give me a comment in the chat to give me a 1 if you have done so. If you have not done so, know you need to start doing it. Know you know what to do, all right? For those who may not have known. All right, it's good that so many people knew this, because it's something that you must be doing. You must be doing so to have different options, because you don't want to be using the excuse, I have no internet, so you can't do any work. I have gone to the stage where I have a backup house. I have a backup house. What do you call a backup house? The backup house is where I go to if I don't have any electricity or any internet, and hope that the backup house has that. Now, the backup house is a family house. It's my husband's family. So I go there. I go there, and if, of course, I have to call first and say, you have internet? You have lights? All right, I come in. Because I want to tell you, last week, Wednesday, we had a power cut. And as much as Jamaica is known for having power cuts, I have not experienced a power cut in a while. And you know that when you usually have the power cut, it goes and comes back. Like, it's a blink, it come back, you know? And it was gone for like half an hour. And I said, okay. Then I saw an hour. I said, no, I don't know when this power coming back, you know? So, and I had a whole lot of work to do. So I called the backup house and said, you have power? And they said, yes. I said, all right, I come in there now. And I had to go there. And I was there for like about 4 hours getting my work done. And I called back at my other house, my house, not, I don't own the house. I called back at the house and asked them if the power was back. And they said yes. And then I shifted from my backup house back to my house. So Mitzi says, your neighbor's house you use. So you have to have plans in place. You know, like when they said emergency, what's your emergency plan with regular life, you know, with disasters that are coming? What do you do when an earthquake is happening? How do you prepare for a hurricane? And I'm not even joking. You have to prepare that for your work. What are you going to say? I don't have any internet. I don't have any this. I don't have any that. And you have the work to do. It's just I don't have it, and that's all that it boils down to. Identify restaurants that have Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, and go and buy the cheapest thing there with your laptop and use their internet. Because most places may not allow you to just come and use their free Wi-Fi. So identify restaurants that have free Wi-Fi, or business places that give you free Wi-Fi. Listen, I drove up outside of Burger King in Red Hills, Burger King Red Hills Road, right? And I was out there one day and I saw that, oh, it said Burger King.
I had no problem with it.
Somebody's mic is on. All right, so it said Burger King. Let me turn off. All right, so it said Burger King Wi-Fi or something like that. So I said, oh, Burger King, and a sign. I tried to connect to it. You know, most of these places, when you connect, they want to email so that they can email you stuff and bombard you with deals and all these things. But I was okay with it. And I said, okay, this is a good thing to know that Burger King has free Wi-Fi. And one day I was in the area and I drove up to Burger King Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I'm not even looking at it as Burger King, where you get food, you know. I'm looking at it as get Wi-Fi. I drove up there because my internet was giving trouble on my phone. I think my data had run out or something. I don't know what happened. And I drove up there and I connected and finished the transaction that I was doing, because I was actually using Fiverr app at the time. And I was having trouble doing what I needed to do, because I actually needed to send the client a video. It was a short video, but I wasn't able to do so properly because the Wi-Fi, the data was giving trouble. And I said, you know that Burger King is near? Let me drive up there because I can reach there faster than I can reach home. stop outside a Burger King, connect to the Wi-Fi, upload my video, or deliver the order, and that was it, using Burger King's Wi-Fi, because I was knowledgeable that they had free Wi-Fi. You see how I'm terrible? I didn't go in there and I pull up outside of it. It's strong enough that I can get access to the Wi-Fi in the parking lot. So I did not have to go in there and purchase anything. I was using their Wi-Fi in my car. So be knowledgeable around your surroundings where you can get internet. You have to have your emergency freelancer plan. What do you do if you don't have any internet? Because you know that our work is tied to power and internet. So if we don't have either of them, we have problems. So make sure that you pay attention to that. What's your plan? What's your emergency plan if you have no power or no internet? Think about it and be prepared. All right, so that's it for today's session. Just showing you that your mobile can be used to earn. You don't want to be making any excuses that you can't do this and you can't do that because you have a mobile. Once you have a mobile and you have internet access or you purchase data, you're able to get stuff done. Now, before I wrap up, just remind program. I have a monthly paid member there. For those who are in the membership, if anyone is here, you can tell them how much fun you're having over there. So just to show you what's going on over there. So this is the Facebook group that we're in. And right here, I've posted that they can put their social media links that are there that I have access to, and I've given persons access to from my PLR package that I bought. So Colleen is saying it's fun. All right, so she's one of the members there. All right, so I have something about drop shipping if you're interested in it, e-commerce steps, how to become a successful social media influencer. We have weekly check-in sessions every Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Wrap sessions they are, or I'm teaching them something I want them to know. Yesterday we looked at having a Facebook page. By the way, how many of you have your Facebook page to be promoting your business? If you don't, make sure you have a Facebook page and are promoting your business. We looked at how you go about boosting posts on your Facebook page. So here I have my email course that I told you about in one of the other sessions, and another course here about social media marketing made easy. So the last monthly masterclass we had, I taught them how to upload course content and get paid to do so. And if you're not good at using the computer and the internet, I have a course for that. You know, they said there's an app for that. There's a course for that. So I have that going on there. So every month there's a monthly masterclass, and that is on the second to last Saturday of every month at 7:30 p.m. The next monthly masterclass will be Learn Video Editing using Canva. So here is the promo that's on my Facebook page. So the benefits are you get access to tools and resources to assist you, a supportive Facebook group. There's a support WhatsApp group that we talk in as well, monthly masterclasses, weekly check-in sessions, and there are access to PLR courses and ebooks, as well as courses that I've created. And when you ace it, you will succeed. So let's ace 2022 and beyond together. So if you're interested in joining this membership program, you can send me an email here for more information, just to be informed about what's happening. So there will come a time when I close the membership because I don't want it to be too large. I want to be able to give each person their personal touch and reach out to you and communicate with you. Just to see what some persons say, we have here, so I joined ACE membership and it has been doing exceptionally well. I know with hard work and commitment, it's going to be great success. Thank you, Ava, for the wonderful opportunity. And here we have a long message here. You can go to the page and read it. But basically, Kian is saying that she's never disappointed with anything that she gets when she invests in the Ace It with Ava. Anything, basically. She's one of my top supporters. And here we have Arlene saying she's a member of the program and she's learned and she has so much energy that you are instantly motivated to do something positive. I like how group members are willing to work together and make the dream work. The dream work. So I'll definitely ace it in 20. Joining me for today's Ace Weekly. Be sure to check out the apps. Remember that you can even use these apps even if you have a computer. Always remember that apps are people underrate what apps allow you to do. So don't think that it has to be a computer program. You can use an app as well, even if you have a computer. All right, guys, have a great rest of the night. And thanks again for joining me live on Ace Weekly. All right, guys, bye.